how many times have you answered the question, "How are you?" with the exact same response, "I'm fine," without even thinking about it? Maybe you went to work, answered messages, finished your responsibilities, smiled when people expected you to smile, and from the outside, everything looked normal. But inside, you felt tired, disconnected, overwhelmed. Or maybe you couldn't even explain what you were feeling anymore. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Being okay can become a performance. Most people don't start pretending on purpose. It happens gradually. Maybe you learned that other people needed you to be strong. Maybe there wasn't room for your emotions growing up. Maybe every time you opened up, you felt ignored, judged, or misunderstood. So eventually, you adapted. You stopped asking, "How do I feel?" and started asking, "What do I need to do today?" Over time, functioning became more important than feeling. High functioning doesn't mean healthy. One of the biggest misconceptions about mental health is that struggling should look obvious. But often it doesn't. You can go to work, pay bills, take care of other people, and still be emotionally exhausted. Many people are suffering quietly while appearing completely fine on the outside. That's why emotional burnout can go unnoticed for months or even years. The cost of always saying, "I'm fine." Pretending occasionally isn't the problem. Everyone does that sometimes. The problem starts when it becomes your default setting, because emotions don't disappear when they're ignored. They simply wait, and eventually they start showing up in other ways. Irritability, exhaustion, emotional numbness, difficulty concentrating, feeling disconnected from people you care about, or feeling like you're moving through life on autopilot. Why we hide what we feel? For many people, pretending feels safer than being honest. If you've been rejected, criticized, or invalidated in the past, your brain learns an important lesson. Showing how I really feel isn't safe. So instead of asking for help, you handle everything yourself. Instead of resting, you push harder. Instead of feeling sadness, you distract yourself. From the outside, this can look like resilience. But inside, it often feels lonely. You might be minimizing your own pain. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, "Other people have it worse. I shouldn't complain. I'll get over it"? These thoughts are common, but they're also dangerous, because pain isn't a competition. Someone else's suffering doesn't make yours less real. And minimizing your struggles doesn't help you heal. It only makes you feel more isolated. Emotional numbness is a sign too. Not everyone breaks down. Some people stop feeling much of anything at all. They stop getting excited. Stop feeling deeply connected. Stop looking forward to things. Life becomes manageable, but not meaningful. This emotional numbness is often mistaken for stability, when in reality, it can be a sign that your mind has been carrying too much for too long. Being honest doesn't mean telling everyone everything. Sometimes people think vulnerability means sharing every detail of their life. It doesn't. Being honest can start much smaller. It can sound like, "I'm having a difficult day. I'm more overwhelmed than usual. I need some time to recharge." Or even just admitting to yourself, "I'm not okay right now," because you can't support yourself emotionally if you're constantly pretending nothing is wrong. Give yourself permission to feel. Many of us immediately try to fix every uncomfortable emotion. We distract ourselves, scroll, work, stay busy, anything to avoid sitting with what we're feeling. But emotions aren't problems that need immediate solutions. Sometimes they simply need acknowledgement. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is pause and allow yourself to feel what you've been avoiding. Strength isn't what most people think. For a long time, many of us believed strength meant never struggling, never crying, never needing help, never slowing down. But real strength often looks very different. Sometimes strength is setting boundaries. Sometimes strength is resting. Sometimes strength is admitting that you're overwhelmed. And sometimes strength is finally being honest about what you've been carrying. If you've been pretending to be okay for a long time, be gentle with yourself. That version of you wasn't weak. It was trying to survive, and maybe that's exactly what helped you get this far. But survival isn't the same thing as living. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn support. And you don't have to be perfectly okay to deserve compassion. Not from others, and definitely not from yourself. So the next time someone asks how you're doing, maybe pause for a second and ask yourself the same question. Honestly,